Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back to do another infamous trailer reaction. I'm Kuya P, and I'm here with the Checkpoint Squad. I got Brian Saff. I got Webster Style. We are about to see the upcoming trailer for the CW series Gotham Knights. And if you've seen our latest episode of Checkpoint, there's some feelings, apparently, because we actually just recorded that. And I'm so very curious because I haven't seen it. Brian hasn't seen it. But we want to see what Webster Style has to say. So let's see this, and then we'll get into it. Here we go.
Let's witness.
There are 30 other rooms in this place to hook up.
Mom, I swear we were just talking.
Thanks.
Harry, we have a drink together?
Right, sorry.
Oh, somebody broke into the good stuff. And your dad gonna be okay with that?
I don't think he'll miss it. It's a questionable choices.
Who is this kid?
Yeah.
It's clearly not
Everybody
Damien.
relax. I got this. Harvey.
Turner, it's your father. He's dead.
I mean, he looks like he could play Harvey Dent.
Did you know he
I
was
mean,
Batman?
anybody could play Harvey Dent.
You don't have to keep the secret.
Harvey
any
Dent
longer,
was
must be
typical
relief.
white man.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Relief.
My father believed that each of us could become a light and bring a new dawn to Gotham.
Can't imagine what you must be going through. I am gonna find who did this.
It's just the latest in an epidemic of violence since the demise of the Dark Knight.
To wonder who will protect Gotham now that Batman is dead.
We have 3 suspects in custody.
Put your fingerprints on the gun that killed
We got
Bruce
3
Wayne.
suspects
That's not what
in
happened.
custody.
We were paid to break into his office, not kill him.
It's like a museum had sex with a bank vault.
You're just trying to get us to turn on each other.
My brother walks.
I'm trying to get the truth. Are you really the Joker's daughter?
I would like to speak with my legal counsel.
And you shouldn't have shot her kneecap.
Turner, there's one more suspect.
Who's Turner?
They think I killed my dad because I wanted
So
his money.
confused.
Hey, I'm sorry.
He's a son.
Oh,
He didn't.
It's the Bat Brat.
Who?
Figured it out. We didn't kill your dad any more than you did.
They don't care if we're innocent. Time to pick a side.
Now, one thing I will say.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
never
trying
mind.
to get these cuffs undone. It's not
Because
working.
that's false. Damn.
Colin and Harper had no problem getting theirs off.
He's in on it. They all are.
You just made my job easier.
Who the hell are you?
Harry Kelly?
Wait, I know you. From Trig. So you knew my dad was Batman.
I became his eyes and ears. Called me his little Robin.
So,
We can't prove we're not killers by killing
I
someone.
don't know what, like, universe is
have to
set
That's the
in.
one character I
Finally
finally do know.
killed my
But white
dad.
people gonna be mad that they changed the race.
Because we all
Right.
I don't
deserve
even care about
justice.
the race. This whole thing just is just.
down these fugitives. They'll be looking for
I
us in
feel
every alley.
the same way I
Every
feel
dark
about that
corner of the
Resident
city.
Evil show from Netflix. It's like, let's do what we want, and let's just slap familiar
There's one thing we
title
don't
and
have.
universe on it. And
Basically,
none of that matters though. We just trying to do it to pull people in.
A bat cave.
Oh my God.
That's a cool batarang now.
It was a cool batarang.
I'll give him that.
Tell me, you brought the Batmobile, right?
No, my mom's car. Gonna be a tight squeeze.
I call shotgun!
So let's get this straight. The son of Batman we've never heard of before is teaming up with the children of villains who supposedly killed Batman in his office.
And
yeah, okay. I'll
and
believe that.
the Robin that we're not familiar with and doesn't have any leads on who could have killed Batman, even though that's their eyes and ears. I don't know, or his
I like
eyes
that
and
point.
ears. Like, I don't know. I'm not mad at the casting. All of these kids look like they are who they say they are.
Yeah,
It's just
true.
I don't know who those people are. Like I
Yeah,
didn't
not
know.
too familiar.
I didn't know Joker had a child. And
I know there was a storyline about the Joker's daughter at some
Yeah.
point in time, but
Okay.
this is
Is it Harley Quinn's daughter as well?
no.
Because
No,
she's
no.
getting kind of giving Harley vibes.
But Oh, it's who's Taylor?
Swift? I don't know.
I feel so lost because I
Who
haven't read
greenlit
in
the
so
show?
long. I'm so lost. It feels like hey, here's a comic that introduced the Joker's daughter. Here's
Right.
Carrie Kelly from the classic Frank Miller Dark Knight, but we'll change it up, because it's a white girl with red hair to this black girl now. I don't care about the race change. You know what I'm saying?
neither.
Unlike
What it looks
the
like.
racist white fans that are out there that'll be, oh
Yeah.
no, here you go changing our people again.
And those are the ones that's really gonna tank the show.
No, it's gonna take
We
the
don't
show
have
because
to,
it looks like
like-
it sucks. I mean, let's be honest. It looked like it sucks.
I don't listen.
It's not for us. I'll put it that way. It's not for.
us.
It's for the Riverdale crowd. And that's exactly
basically, yeah, that's who it is.
And that's what it reminds me of. It's like Riverdale and Gotham.
Yep.
But they don't have to do that.
They don't, which is why I don't understand. Like this show didn't have to get made.
I'm looking at it, right? Looking at this trailer. First thing comes to mind, Birds of Prey. We tried this.
Yep.
It didn't work. And now, you're like, okay, well, there's a Gotham Knights game coming out. Let's see if we can merge the story. Those two stories conflict just based off the premise of the fact that the Gotham Knights are not children of villains. They are literally Batman's proteges filling his slot as a team.
Exactly.
How we come to merge the kids of the people that Batman was literally trying to put away. So we get to season, I don't know, let's say this show makes it to season 3. Is the season finale going to be the Joker, your dad, you've been helping us track this person for so long, it's your father that killed my father? Like, are we going to get to the point where the kids start pointing the finger inward and being like, you know what? All of you are kids of villains. Did one of you guys' parents kill my dad? Like, are we going to get to that point, or is it going to be a big house party every other episode, and we get to see this mysterious child of Bruce Wayne? Or maybe that's the plot twist. He's not Bruce Wayne's kid. Maybe he's, I don't know, Alfred's son. I don't know, like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Alfred too?
Yeah.
Apparently he's not watching the house because they were terrorizing. They were destroying Wayne Manor in a way that I'm not okay with. Alfred would never let that happen.
That is a God honest truth.
Take that shit outside. We're rich. We have millions of buildings. Go to one of those places.
We have class.
And party. Yeah, like don't bring that to the house. But I don't know. Somebody somewhere greenlit it, and there's views on the trailer, so I can only. It's
going to fail.
Yes,
it's going to.
So you're not even going to give the pilot a try?
I watched the pilot.
I'll put you this way. The CW does not have a good track record with me, personally speaking, as far as how things have gone with their pilots and everything. I tried to give Batgirl a chance after Ruby Rose left. I never did because personally, I don't like Ruby Rose as an actress. And that's me personally, especially as a lead.
Sorry, Ruby.
I couldn't believe her. When was it Jessica came on? I tried. I just couldn't do it. What else? Fan related. I never got into Legends. Couldn't do it. Especially after the first season. What was the newest? Oh, Naomi. Couldn't do it. It wasn't for me. And I'm not saying it was a horrible show. It wasn't for me. And this, I think, even though that's been canceled now, I saw the promise of Naomi, but it still was
lackluster.
Yes. That considering, and again, I know it's not Arrowverse, but considering the quality of, especially when a lot of Arrowverse shows started, and that's the only bellwether I have, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Flash, Arrow, how even Legends first season, considering the quality and of storytelling that all of those had then, to see these newer shows come that are in that genre. And again, I haven't watched Stargirl, and even though that didn't necessarily begin life as a CW show, is in the Arrowverse, so I can't lump that in because I don't know. I've heard good things about it though. Everything else I've seen that's been kind of genre heavy as far as CW in the past 2 to 3 years, I've given it a try. It's been very lackluster, and it's been all story. And this seems like it hits on. It's like, okay, we canceled Charmed, we canceled all those teeny shows. We need something genre. We need to stick something on there while we try to sell us Bad Boy because we don't want it no more. Let's just greenlight this just to get it done. We got a bunch of no names.
No,
we got a license that people are familiar with. Let's just do it. If it works, it works. It doesn't. And that's what it comes off to me. It comes off as we just did it just because we don't care anymore. And that's really what it comes off to me.
Which
I can't argue that.
Yeah, me either. And I don't know. It's sad just because this is ultimately a DC like this is DC now.
Yeah,
sure. Warner Brothers will catch some flack or whatever the case might be, but ultimately, from our perspective, from the geek and nerd community or whatever, we're looking at DC like, what are you doing? Like, this could work. It could work, but the odds of it working are like, you just run back the track record of your other shows and you see. We mentioned Naomi, that had a lot of promise. Ava DuVernay was, behind that. Like, that had a lot of promise with her being a little known character and things like that. They could have done things with that show to really.
I gave it a chance though.
Yeah,
I gave it my 3-episode try. I barely made it past 2.
What I feel like should happen, just me personally, stick to the HBO Max content. Like, just stay over there, because most of the things on HBO Max I enjoyed. Like, not the stuff that they're porting over from CW and just like, oh, this is no. That's a CW show. Y'all are making it available to stream on HBO Max. That's fine. Titans is good. We see Peacemaker is doing well.
Right.
Like, all the animated stuff that is HBO Max exclusive is doing well. Like, just stay over there.
It's partially the formula. The CW stuff is all the same formula.
Yeah, it's got to be a love interest. It's got to be teenagers that fit a certain demographic. It's nothing that's really like saying like, okay, this is groundbreaking or this is a departure from what we're used to seeing. It's all the same. Like, they're trying to recreate Smallville over and over and over. Nothing's gonna touch Smallville. Like,
if this didn't have the Batman sort of world slapped onto it, I think I would have a higher opinion of the show. If this was generic, hey, your father had this secret identity that he was doing this in the world. He was a billionaire. These are all the people we helped put away in jail. He didn't have to be a superhero.
Right.
He just said if he just was working with them and he put them away, and now these kids are the product or the progeny of those people he put away who would obviously have a vendetta against him. That works a lot better in my opinion. That feels like a more of a compelling story to me. But you slap the Batman license on there, you slap this backstory, you slap the who the hell is Taylor onto it. At least name the kid Damien. Come on, really? But you do all of that. There are too many questions, in my opinion. I don't think you needed the Batman world for this to really work as far as a premise of the story. You needed the Batman world to call them Gotham Knights. But this story by itself, it would be more intriguing without the Batman mythos, because I think personally, even for the demographic that they're aiming at, they're still familiar with Batman and Batman's rogue gallery at this point in time. So even with that teenage demographic, they're like, who are these people?
Right.
And I know that's going to happen.
Yeah. And that's another thing that I like find interesting about what DC is doing. Like, what is this like infatuation with Batman? Why can we not get accustomed to some of these
money?
There it is.
Money. Because Batman is the one property that consistently makes money, that no matter how many iterations they have, it makes money for them. So they try to milk that cow for as much as possible.
And it's time
they
to
are
step
lucky.
Away.
And no, let me back up. Superman and Lois is a good show. That is one of the few genre films that come out within the past couple of years that has been good. And the writing on that is really, now I haven't watched as many episodes as I wanted to, but I've seen enough of it to see that is a really good show.
Okay.
So I'll give that to them. And I say that to say, because Batman's the one character they haven't screwed up. Batman's the one character they haven't lost faith in. They screw up Superman. They have screwed up Superman
plenty of times
in the past. I mean, on the small screen, they screwed him up in the whole Arrowverse, and I'm glad he's got the redemption now. I was not the most humongous fan of Man of Steel, but well, let me phrase that. I like Man of Steel in various parts of Man of Steel. I wasn't a humongous fan of Man of Steel, but
yeah,
it
the
was
action scenes were cool.
But it was a million times better than Superman Returns.
Okay.
Okay. Even the horrible Batman movies like Batman and Robin and Batman Forever have their redeeming qualities. I mean, I may be giving Batman and Robin a little bit too much there. But my point is they all made money. They all made money.
Yeah.
You can't say that about Superman Returns. Superman Returns just really killed Superman in the public consciousness as far as a multimedia sort of aspect is concerned. And they got some of that saving grace back with Man of Steel, but then they did Justice League and Batman vs. Superman, which weren't the greatest representations of Superman, especially with Henry Cavill, who's, in my opinion, the second greatest Superman ever, with what they gave him to work with. Whereas the Batman movies, they've been all very solid, especially the Christian Bale really set it off. And this current one, I haven't seen it, but I've heard very good things, great things about it going forward. And even as far as like multimedia property, Batman is cherished amongst popular culture, not just geek culture. Leaps and bounds beyond Superman. And so that's why they keep going back to it. So they are very interested in milking that property for as much as possible. And when you do that, you get drivel like this.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope that at some point they figure out a better formula that will work for today's time, because I just don't see this working with shows like we got Euphoria over here on HBO Max. That's what the kids watch it. Like as adult as that show is, like the kids love it. So sticking to this very PG, maybe 13-esque vibe that they got with these kind of shows, and trying to phrase them as like, oh, you know, these are young adults or whatever. Because I feel like I saw some drinking in that house party.
Oh, there was.
And these are supposed to be children in high school age range.
I did not partake in. I'm not saying that because I'm on camera. I didn't. But
I'm just saying.
I knew many of my contemporaries way back when that did at these house parties.
I understand.
So that's not far beyond the truth.
Yeah. There's potential, and I will leave it at that. There's potential.
Yeah, there's potential.
There,
I agree.
Just because at the core of it, like, okay, so once I figure out where this child of Bruce Wayne came from,
right,
and once I understand how the rest of these villains ended up having kids and what Bruce saw in this young black girl that he's never saw in the young white boys that he's made Robin to just bring her in. Like, once I figure all that stuff out, I don't know if this show is going to be worth watching, because I'm not going to sit through seasons of y'all trying to figure out who killed Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, why is the detectives never able to solve these crimes? And then you have all of these, well, not all of these. We have Robin, this young lady who is supposed to be, like she said, the eyes and ears of Bruce Wayne. She can't even solve it. So like, I'm not sitting through seasons of y'all trying to figure out who killed Bruce Wayne. It's going to be a never-ending story. I just feel like the Riddler is playing a trick on me at this point. Like, I am the Batman. I killed this one.
I'll say this much. If I wanted to watch a TV show in Gotham without Batman, I would watch Gotham.
True. Which is a good one.
Exactly.
Like,
even though it got really crazy the later seasons, but it appropriately got crazy.
Yeah. And then even to that, if I want to watch something that doesn't have Batman specifically tied to it, I just turn on Titans, and I'll get a nice dose of everybody else who has a stake in the Batman universe as well. That's the only reason I feel like it could work, though, because I look at shows like Titan, I look at Young Justice or whatever, and that's pretty much what it is. Is they're either sidekicks or children of the big Justice League heroes coming together to form their own team to fight or whatever. This side thing that's kind of like a far cry from the Suicide Squad. I don't know how successful that's gonna be.
And again, like you said, what do you? Okay, the whole Bruce Wayne being murdered thing, great, but you can't stress that out for 3 seasons.
You cannot.
Let's be real. I don't care how good of a writer you are. For television, for episodic television show, and we talking about CW, where more than likely we talking about what they still doing like 20, 22 episode seasons, if not 18 at the least. So they aren't doing 10 episode seasons like a lot of people are doing now. That's a long storyline to string out over a full normal television season, let alone to keep that story going for another 2 or 3 seasons.
Ain't right. And if I find out that it was Commissioner Gordon's child that killed Batman, I'm going to be upset. Like, why does the police officer who get to kill Batman? Like, they've been so kind to each other over the years, over the course of Batman's life. They had a rocky start, but like, come on now, he deserved to die. Commissioner Gordon was his friend. Either way, I mean, what I will commend is DC's persistence and their overall just consistency with trying to give us content. It's just, you know, at some point in time, you have to stop and be like, you know, quality over quantity, because what are we doing?
Right, exactly.
That's a mic drop right there. Let's keep it right there. This went a lot longer than I thought it was going to be because, just that trailer was okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so we don't need to bring it anymore. I think we gave it enough energy.
Okay.
Oh man, because we got a lot more to do. But there you go, Gotham Knights.
A lot of they don't even have cool costumes.
If y'all have the same feelings in the comments below. Yeah, it's a CW joint, man. It's a cash grab. I think it was said it all at the very beginning, but you know. I think we're trying to give it some grace.
I wish they would stop doing that though, because that's the one thing that's the one thing that DC has over Marvel is that they have a channel that is rooted in like basic cable that they can pump their content through. You have a channel, DC, like you have your own cable channel. Marvel we have to worry about Disney Plus and movies. That's the only mediums we get Marvel. You got a full channel that's on basic television. Put some good shit, some good stuff on there. The kids might be watching.
So let us know if y'all are checking Gotham Knights out. And if you want to holler at us and let us know how y'all feel, because obviously the squad got feelings. Webster Style, how can the people reach out to you?
We want better for Batman. That's it.
Right, exactly. Better for Batman. You can, I'm Webster Style, the man, the voice of fragrance. You can find anything and everything that is Webster Style at websterstyle.com.
There you go. And Brian Saff, who wants better for Batman?
You can hear me discuss how much better I want him at this Blurred Cast thing here. This is my podcast. Catch me there talking about all this kind of stuff. And then the NRW Checkpoint discussing the latest in gaming news for your viewing pleasure.
There you go. Show love to the fam. Holla at them. Let them know what's going on, as well as in the comments below. For me, it's the Legend Kuya P on Twitter, TikTok, and IG. Of course, Show Pow Show, AAPI Toy Heroes. And here at the NRW and Annual Release Wednesday, where nerds rule the world. For Webster Style, Brian Savage, your boy Kuya P. We're out of here. Gotham Knights.
All right.